Alright, welcome to the final series of the day, Cure versus MaxPax. Really do think that we've got ourselves a fun one, because Cure has actually played some really cool games against MaxPax lately. Him and MaxPax have gone back and forth in a few series, so making some fun stuff as we get ourselves the top right red Terran player to start us off. This is going to be Team Liquid's Cure. Taking on the blue Protoss in the bottom left, it is MaxPax. Best of 5. That's game number 1. And it's a Terran SCV coming across the map in an odd direction. Probably an engineering bay block looking to be played here initially. The engineering bay block does come down. Probably going to get down, and we're just going to move it over to the third base location to go initially over there. Cypher core just going to be coming through. Let's see the adept on the way about, just going to get that going for the moment. Just going to have ourselves the command center dropping down, Nexus probe and headset coming through as well. Going to be seeing the Cyclone on the way from Cure to start us off, so not going to see any Hellions despite engineering bay blocking MaxPax into an oddly located expansion to begin the game. But we'll just get this Cyclone out. We've seen a lot of the Cyclone play. Obviously, we did watch Cure play TVP to start the day off as well, remember, against Classic. That was not the prettiest of series in the end for Cure, but yeah, he ended up losing out on that one. Obviously, came back against Bjorn. It's been a long day for Cure, to be fair. It was 3.5 hours ago he started up the first series, so it's been lengthy. Obviously, we've had some faster matches, which means that it's not been kind of a super long time overall, perhaps, but still pretty reasonable. And Siege coming through, the Phoenix and the Warp Gate still building, the Gateway coming about as well. Try and settle through for the moment. Battery's going to be healing, the Adepts take a little bit of that healing right now. The Twilight Council and Gate's still building. Command Center's on the way from Cure. He's going to play triple CC, so big economy game from Cure. Stargate from MaxPax means he's not going to be able to do much about the triple CC either, right? You know, Phoenix coming online is something which is generally seen as a very safe play, keeps you safe from a lot of the harassment. Phoenix Charge especially is going to be a, you know, let's save myself from the Marine tank pushes and the aggression, but Cure is playing in the complete opposite direction with the command center coming up instead, so a third base and a commitment to an economy here more than anything else. Very fun. Very fun indeed, as we have the couple of Phoenix will slide by. And joined up for a moment or two. As you see the command center finishing up in that main. Did the Phoenix scout this, by the way, MaxPax? No, did not see the third, so he doesn't quite know just yet. At least he hasn't seen the CC just yet to confirm the base. So that is fairly noteworthy as well. Phoenix coming back through. Settling for a couple of moments, just seeing that SCV. and lived, but that's going to cost you a Phoenix as well. So MaxPax up against a triple command center, losing his early game Phoenix. On his way to the charge, on his way to the Temple Archives, but hard to really say that anything's really going the way he wants it to just yet. Cure definitely off to a very respectable start. Of course, top 4 on the line in this event if you can win through. Top 4 will get invites through to the WardiTV Fall Frenzy later this year, so there is a benefit to finishing top 4. Obviously, top 2 still get that 2025 championship seed as well, so that's also very notable. Hallucination just going to scout through. Does not really find anything too noteworthy for the moment. So Hallucination doesn't do too much. Impact Combat Shield +1. All on the way in as well, so bringing all of that up and online right now. You can get that storm finishing, get the next and the gateways coming through. Let's continue to settle as the few Phoenix. Obviously still want to try and keep a tab on things. We actually do have a nearby gateway, so we are looking for a little bit of aggression here as well. Phoenix moving about one more time. Really able to get anywhere just yet though, so let's see with the Zealots warping in if we can really make an attack. And honestly, I feel like Cure is pretty secure defensively. I don't think there's really much of an opportunity to do a lot right now, but I suppose we will see in just a few moments as the couple of Zealots are going to lead the charge in. We do have a Storm. Lifts the Cyclones initially. Oh, first Storm, good. Second Storm kills the Marines that got stormed on the first one. Storm, 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 Storm. Zealots charge into the natural at the same time. MaxPax is pushing forwards. He's going to be out of Storm energy now. Is there enough bio to keep fighting this off? SCV's going down in the attempted defense. And the answer right now is we will defend this as Cure, but expensively. 15 workers going down. Those Zealots on the natural, definitely a problem. They were able to just run straight by and get a whole lot done as MaxPax continues to hit into this third base right here and is just going to attack straight through. Looking very comfortable at the moment and definitely seeming as though we are going to have ourselves, I think, a MaxPax advantage at the end of this first game already. Cure just losing a little bit too much there, man. MaxPax just powering on in. I felt like Cure's setup was good, but man, those first storms were kind of deadly as well. They got so much done, so much value found right off the bat is just something you can't necessarily always be contending with. Now the third base has to get lifted up and brought out of there, and this does look truly like a little bit of a miserable situation. Just going to see another storm coming down, the bio pulling back. A couple of Zealots going to get jumped on as the bio continues to trade there for a little bit. Another storm coming down. But this situation really isn't getting too much better. I mean, Cure stabilizes slightly, but MaxPax has, you know, a 20 worker lead at this point as well, so his position is absolutely looking tons better than his opponents right now. There's the plain simplicity of it all. Ghost and Armor Upgrade coming through the bio will get rid of the pylon and the gateway up to the top side, so able to make a little bit of a grab on that. I mean, Cure's under attack in the main base while he's got Zealots leaking into the natural. You really can just see that this is perhaps just becoming a little bit too much right now for our Terran. I think we are reaching the point where kind of staying strong in this game is going to be a little bit much of a challenge, but maybe. I mean, the army is there from Cure, sorry, so maybe I'm speaking a little bit too soon, because, like I say, the army supply is there. It's just turning this army supply into a fight, while MaxPax is already up on 4 bases, while MaxPax is already looking more so toward the future again, right? That's my problem. That's the issue I kind of see with this. You should never say never, though, huh? Should never say never. It's going to be that Ghost going through, a couple of Vikings coming up, the Armory is on its way in as well. Starpod drops down over toward the reactor. Armory going to finish in a moment. 3 Marauder Viking all coming out on online. The Viking there just going to get a little catch, nothing too crazy, just pushes the Prism away. At least frees you up from being attacked a little bit. Shay maybe again gives Cure the kind of route that he needs in this game. 101 to 99 army supply for the moment. This army of MaxPax pushing up, ready to attack in. Widowmine shot going to go off onto the Zealot. The rest of the buy going to stim. Storm comes through. The MP is decent onto the Colossus, trying to reduce their numbers right off the bat. Oh. They're going to try and split up and come from 2 sides. The Storm's already making hard work of that for Cure, at least, because he's just going to eat a lot of Storms on the left, and the supply goes massively into MaxPax's favor. GG for MaxPax's Game 1 victory. MaxPax gets the opening game of our Tan side. Up 1-0 is going to be the Blue Protoss player MaxPax. Against the Red Terran in the top right side. Team Liquid's Cure. Well, it's Proxy Rax time. Cure. Tried the 3cc, that didn't work. Now gonna go Proxy Rax, just a single one, so not the most aggressive you can be, of course, as we get that settling down on the bottom side of the map here initially. And there's the ranks, there's the gas both coming through the barracks. Be done here in a couple of moments. I'm just going to see the pro coming about, the SCV stepping over. We have our Cybercore about to be done, the Reaper coming through, the factory on the way. Pro continues through, just going to see the Reaper building up, the Pro going to nibble on the high ground. The Reaper going to be annoying. The probes actually have to pull against. There's Stalker about to pop out, so we can't stick around there forever as the Reaper, but it's a good amount of probes off the mineral line to begin with. Again, the Adept building, the Reaper about to finish. Commands are going to drop down as well, get that set up. Reaper's going to move, obviously, again together. Maybe they can do something. Starport's on its way. As Cure looks for the next step of this. MaxPax on his way to the Twilight Council. Going to be moving through to the probes and the Stalker. Warp Gate coming online as well. NCC is about to complete the barracks and the tech lab, still coming through as well. And Command Center about to complete, the couple of barracks coming through, medevac and the siege tank building in as we talk about this. And a lot of setting up right now. And Adept is just going to poke up, and the depot will take a couple of shots right off the bat. Storm's going to get a few hits off as well, but should for the most part be getting turned away here by the tank. One of mine gets 2 probes, which is more than expected. Guess I'm pulling away a worker there. Now the other would have mine into the main base as Cure tries to hit this mineral line. A couple of extra stalkers going to show back up. And that would have mine gets taken out. The medevac is going to be in trouble as well. Did not mean to drop the mule in the mineral line. Eager to guarantee us that that was not BM. It's okay, says MaxPax. I feel like almost lost the freaking medevac typing misclick. Yeah. Kind of just a moment where burrowing the mine is probably the same as your command center, so you probably try to burrow the mine or something, then he drops the mule by mistake. A little bit accidental. Don't see the accidental man and mule every day, though. Two stalkers gather in, Stimpack is building, tanking a few marines coming up. You got the engineering bay and a few more SCVs coming out right now. Continue to build that into play as the extra stalker warps in. Just going to see that all gathering at the top. Blink straight forward there, just going to get a grab. Tank's going to go back the other way. The couple of stalkers taking some hits. SCVs begin to go down as we do have ourselves 5 workers dropping. The marines stepping up. Siege tank firing. The rest of the stalkers continue after these SCVs as well, so really going at it here. And they get around the back. That's 10 SCVs going down. Great harassment from MaxPax. We're down to 31 workers already, down in the dumps, quite frankly. I mean, this is not where he wants his economy to be already in this game as the stalkers put in work, and they're going to try and find a little bit more here. SCVs are chasing through as Cure just doesn't have the need or the ability to really push this back easily. Across the map, it's the Banshee that's going to show up and get a couple workers. Also freeze the medevac from that corner. So the medevac gets away, and hey, we got a good few workers in return. Banshee's just going to commit as well, so hard commitment, and will go for 7 kills. So not bad. Keeps MaxPax away from kind of running off with the game, right? Is what it comes down to, so... Stalkers go after the SCVs. A few marines are there. Prism going to lift up and back away again. One more time. The main base. This concussive shells. It's not really something you really care that much about getting rid of. It's actually going to cost you some stalkers. The marines in the back stop the prism coming back through. Stalkers coming about. Prism is going to be able to get it going. Stalkers ready to try and deal with a couple of tanks that are advancing forward. Attack upgrade going through on the engineering bay. We will see the stalkers having to blink back already. Submarines will just shoot. So it's going to get jumped on as well. Take those out. Again, Immortal and the +1 upgrade. Building for now. Big shove across the map from Cure is going to give him an opportunity here at least to get some work done, but the Zealots and the Stalker showing up. Stalkers want to get those medivacs. That full medivac's going to go down, by the way. GG's Cure. As this dive in is no good, no bueno. And MaxPax is going to take the 2-0 lead. The best of 5. So, top right-hand side. 2-0 lead for the Blue Pros player, MaxPax. In both games, really, as Cure will have to look for a way to figure this out, because this is his last chance. Tournament life on the line. Away we go. Jelly Jeff gets cold. Loading into Tokamak here. Okay, going down, simulator settling. Barracks on the way up. Just going to be seeing the SCV pushing through. SCV just nibbling back at the probe, bit of back and forth going on. We just have our gateway and the probe coming about. The barracks will be done. And see the orbital and the Reaper is on its way across, so then that ready to rumble. A couple SCVs nibble at the probe once again, just for now. Getting cozy. It comes back through. It's going to be a cancelled CC as we realize there's a proxy gateway here, so does not want to have to deal with this. And this is just that single proxy gate. This is the MaxPax build. This is the build we called the MaxPax. Proxy a gate, you just expand at home. And it's a good amount of pressure you can apply without being overly committed. And yeah, the whole idea is you expand at home, so if your opponent overcommits against this, they're in actually a little bit of a rough position, more so than you'd think. It's definitely kind of working toward that for now. Pulls back over. It's going to be seeing the probably counts about halfway done. Reacting the tech log coming about. CC is going to build in. It's going to have our battery finishing up in the main mineral line as well, as the Stalker still steps toward the natural, and the Reaper is just going to be up into the main. Annoying, but there's a battery, so Reaper cannot exactly hang around forever or anything like that. Couple of barracks continuing through. It's just going to continue to bring those up. Take a couple of moments here as we have the barracks building, Cyclone on the way. A couple of Marines in the siege tank coming about as well, so again we get that all set. One steps over and just going to go in after the pylon. The Result and the Stalker coming through as well. Looking reasonable for the moment. Knock down the pylon, so this gateway gets abandoned at this point, so that will be held back a little. Knock our way through that gate, finish that up, and again we've got the blink coming through as we speak. Gateway will go down. Cyclone is going to come across. Siege tank and a few Marines keep on gathering together. We'll have ourselves the blink about to finish. Sentry on the way, observer building. Reasonable there as we have. Again, stim pack and combat shield building up for the moment, so we continue to bring that through just for now. Arch, Stalker, Immortal. Here on the map and looking for an opportunity with this tank and the Marines to really get somewhere. He's got a few SCVs as well. We have got the Stalkers out over here, going to blink forward, looking for the tank quickly and early. SCV repair makes it awkward, but we do get it, and we only ate one tank shot there. The Cyclone gets a kill on the Stalker, but otherwise, this is really not too bad. The Stalker's now going to turn, would love to get rid of any unit that they can while playing efficiently here, and obviously the blink is what allows you to play efficiently as well. Impact and that combat shield continue to come through for the moment, so again, getting that all up and rolling. Hanging about. Just going to be seeing a little scan. That's going to be the Stalkers. Getting dropped right there as well. Stimpack continues to come through. The charging the Immortal building as we speak. At the top, Cyclone locks onto the Stalkers. And again, we keep on pushing that away. The tanks will siege. Stalkers have to step away from this. Nexus under fire. And this army is continuing to shove forward very comfortably for the moment. So MaxPax's in a little bit of bother here. He's got to figure out a way to deal with this. He's going to get a couple of units around the back. Reinforcements being denied. And that maybe gives you the chance to actually fight this. And we are going to force a major stim. There's not a medevac here. So any stim you force is going to be pretty costly to the Terran army. MaxPax ends up losing the third base. But if he can stop this army getting home and play cleanup on it at some stage, then that would be great. He eats a couple tank shots, though, and that's something you can't really allow to happen. Templar Archives on the way. Another Immortal added on as Cure back at home is not exactly playing a macro game. He's on 6 racks, so losing the third as MaxPax feels pretty bad, but actually when you realize how committed Cure is, it kind of makes it maybe a little bit more allowable. The only issue is obviously no third base economy means it's going to be a little bit tougher here in the end. Really get the job done. Storm starts from MaxPax, and that might just be what we need when there's 6 barracks and Marines being made at once. Again, no starport as well, so anytime the Marines stim, anytime they take any amount of damage, they're going to be hurt fairly permanently. MaxPax going to see how committed this is right now. 2 Stalkers on the misblink. As Cure pulls the SCVs, looks to deny this location. I don't know what you do as MaxPax. He doesn't have the energy for force fields. He has one single force field he can drop to try and buy some time. This is a high damage output army. He's going to need... I think he needs to pull the probes into this, to be honest. I actually think reality is he needs the Storm. He needs that High Templar to have Storm accessible, and he needs to just get rid of the Marines. And again, the Marines, they cannot heal. So even just one good, well-placed Storm can be extremely impactful here. The tanks pressing forward. No! Not the moment for someone to lag. Jesus. A couple of Zealots taking some damage. High Templar. The problem is, how does the High Templar ever find the correct Storm? Why are we lagging? So whoever's lagging needs to get the hell out right now as... Yeah. Zealot's doing a good job denying the reinforcements. The army's going to press through. We want to get rid of the siege tanks so the High Templar has a chance. It's going to get hit once. It's going to get hit twice. It only gets the single Storm off. We'll get rid of the tanks. We'll get rid of the bunker. It's just Marines left over. Zealots are warping in. We have an energy recharge. We do. We can Storm again. It kind of whiffs. Actually might be good enough. The few Marines getting hurt on it. As we continue to push in, the Immortals are going to chip through that extra Marines showing up. Do we have another Storm on that High Templar? Oh, it's super scary right now. We are going to drop the Storm, but did MaxPax step forward too far with these Immortals? They're getting hit, and they're getting hit hard. He needs reinforcements right now. He's got 44 workers left in the game. He stepped so far forward there, MaxPax. Chasing is nice, but at the same time, that was chasing a little bit too heavily, and now losing the tech units might just be what costs you in the end. Another High Templar warping in. If we can get more Storms, obviously that's great. The Prism I like, because actually if we could bring in... He's actually going to morph an Archon. If you could just bring like the Immortal forward and get the Siege Tank grab with it, that would be amazing. Forces the Stim here. He's actually going to step forward. He's going to go for the Siege Tank. Gets it. Losing some Zealots in the process. But stopping the Siege from being impactful. I actually do worry that Cure can't really get through the Archon count as it grows. A Templar should be able to start gathering some energy as well. I mean, Cure's going home. Cure's going home to 27 SEVs. Ghost Academy building. I don't think this is good enough. MaxPax is going to be okay. Because Cure has just been that committed this entire time through this. Army coming about. It's going to be having the forces gathering together. And do you see the Ghost, the starport coming up at the moment? The army ready to push into the natural expansion here. In we go. Zealots charge through. It's a lot of Marines going to drop a good storm, though. The one siege tank goes down. MaxPax he just knows how good his tech units are. He knows it. There's no reason he'd be attacking here unless he fully believed in these tech units, and he's not wrong. Upgraded Marines, but not really good enough Marines because there's no starport, medevac support. Ain't gonna do it. The MPs go down. GG gets called. MaxPax gets the 3-0, rounding out today's Summer Championship playoff action. Not the day for Q.